Sometimes it's feeling like there's only 2 days in the week. Yesterday was Monday, and look at it, it's Friday afternoon. So hear that. Do you have a talent or skill that you can turn into a business idea? Well, don't sleep on you, my youth. Get your business started today. The Youth Economy Agency will guide you. Provide funding. Yes, sir. Provide funding plus training to run your business profitably. Yo, go online now to start living a solution dream. Just one click and boom, you're in business.
Good afternoon, St. Lucia, and welcome to Youth Unplugged, the voice of millennials, right here on RCI, Radio Caribbean International, 101.1 FM, proudly sponsored by our friends over by at the Youth Economy Agency. The platform here is where we spotlight the builders, innovators, and entrepreneurs shaping the future of our little island. Today we feature an entrepreneur, professional mixologist, and brand creator, but he looks more like a cricketer. I once I saw him, I say, look at what a cricketer is. He looks a little smaller in the camera. Trust me, I see him in person. Of course, but again, he's an entrepreneur, professional mixologist, and brand creator, Ed Richard, better known as Mr. Dynamic, our superhero name. And as the founder of Dynamic Cocktails, he has built a brand known for premium cocktail experiences, creative drink concepts, and exceptional service. Known for its signature green identity and strong presence, Mr. Dynamic has become one of the standout figures redefining cocktail culture in St. Lucia. He is also the creative force behind themed experiences like Jumanji and Me, You and R&B, blending entertainment elevated mixology. Beyond events, he is helping the hospitality industry by offering professional mixology training and certification, training hospitality teams including Bay Garden Resorts and Tikai Resort and Spa. And your service free, right?
Really free.
That's right. So we unplug the mindset, the journey, and the pride behind 33-year-old Mr. Dynamic. Ed, thank you very much for being here. It's great having. I love as show before, but I really love bringing an opportunity to interview young men because again, I will drum it in a worrying statistic that has held there for almost 2 decades that the majority of treaters and victims of violent crime are young girls, wasting our years when they could be 5 years like yours and we're doing something for themselves. So, first of all, our question is who is Richard? And how did the dynamic begin? Where you from? Where you grew up? Schools? Tell us something.
Right. So I'm from the community of Cicero.
Yes, I got you.
Right.
So stand up.
Mhm. I attended the Cicero Primary School, which I then after I attended SDA Academy. Never really a school kind of guy. Always wanted to, learn a trade and get out there. So my neighbor was Mr. Lindell Brown.
Oh, big up.
Yeah, so who was a NSDC food and beverage facilitator at the moment, right? And he always so we used to dance. I grew up in a dance group. We used to dance and entertainment all over. And then he asked me to enroll in the program, the NSDC program, which I'm so grateful for. So then I signed up for the program. It wasn't really something I wanted to do, but Mr. Brown I've always been like a father figure to me. So his advice is something that I never took now. So then I started the program. Was even while in the program was never really interested in because I had just loved dancing and entertainment to a point where I used to just miss class all the time. Sometimes we have flash mobs in town with dancing. Yeah, so I just don't feel like going to class today because I want to go out and dance. And then we had that conversation. And he told me, I could remember like it was yesterday. That's a conversation that will never leave me. He told me, dancing won't pay you in terms of that. And it's sad but true. So you have to pick a career which will pay you. And then with me being the little boy I was, I love money, always like money, always like nice things. So then I took the class serious at that moment. And then yeah, the rest is history.
Nice. That's wonderful. And what really became your inspiration to pursue mixology professionally?
Right. So when I when I got depth into the classes and I started taking it real serious, I started watching guys like Tipsy Bartender to a point right now. I don't watch Tipsy Bartender because Tipsy Bartender is now basically on a
The base for you.
yes, yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
right,
not
yeah. So it started from there, and then I just started watching international bartenders all over, and to a point where I just got so addicted to learning the craft, so that I started studying online, started doing online courses and
wow.
stuff. So
Wow.
and yeah, the love for the bar just grew from there. Right now, bartending is my life. I can't picture myself doing anything else. So yeah, that's what it is.
Can you imagine that from not wanting to have anything to do with that
Right.
to doing it?
Right. I just found a way to make it because when I grew up in dancing and entertainment, I just found a way to make bartending and which it is. So yes.
So when did you realize that this could become a business? And in the same time, I ask you, what was your vision when you created Dynamic
Dynamic
Cookies?
software. All right. So after my program with NLDC, when I went on job training at East Wings, that didn't go well. Because yes, as much as I took bartending serious that I did the course, like growing up being so young, I still had lacked a lot of experience, work ethics and stuff. So
The majority that was
yes, you're right. So then I didn't do too well in my job training. So then after that, I went to Blue Waters. I was a porter at Blue Waters, and then one day I was like, I have a certificate sitting at home, and I at Blue Waters working so hard, right? Yeah, I was like, okay,
trying something that
yeah, that's not my thing, you know, because working hard is obviously always the goal, right? And then so I decided, okay, let's make use of that certificate. And I applied to Sanders. Then Sanders, after Sanders, I jumped from hotel to hotel basically.
Mhm.
Because at Sanders, I got in touch with a guy named Alva Preville.
Hey, my boy.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Alva, big you
right.
up, Alva.
Alva Preville. So Alva Preville is my mentor. Like I would literally follow Alva anywhere. So
Nice.
then in that time Alva got promoted to the bus manager at Royalton. And with me and how much I admire Alva, of course I followed, right? So then yeah, I jumped from hotel and I left Royalton, I went to Los Po. And it was at Los Po that I had an experience that made me say, okay, yes, we kind of let's get away from this hotel thing and do us. So I came across, I was at the bar one morning, a very early morning, I was setting up the bar and stuff. So, and I came across this local family. So it was husband, wife, and they had two kids.
Mhm.
And I was serving them and stuff, and the husband asked me, you realize we local, right? I was like, yeah, I know. I was asking like, I find it interesting why he asked that. Like, did he figure that I could tell? So then he told me, we've been to so many different resorts and person shoot us different because we're local and stuff. So I tell him, yeah, I tell him, that's just me. I just feel like everybody deserves that top
Yeah.
quality service and stuff. So, and then he told me, yeah, you should be working for yourself. And after that, literally after that,
Wow.
I went home. I like from work all day. It's on my mind, and I was like, okay, first we need to come up with a name. And my ex-girlfriend at the time, I spoke to her about it and she was like, yes, like you should do your own thing and stuff. So she's like, she's for it. And then I came up with the name Dynamic Showcase. How did I come up? I wanted it to say something different, but I didn't want to say different in it. So then I came up with the idea dynamic because I always used to do something extra. I used to dress extra. I thought, and at those time, I thought I was extra. So so yeah. So then I came
Yeah.
up, yeah. So I came up with the name Dynamic, and then yeah, from since then, it's just been being able to just master the craft and just
Mhm.
just fine tune everything and yeah.
So, how important is the branding of your product to your success? And in that same light, what inspired your events like Jumanji and Me and You and R&B?
Yes. So okay, so that's what it is. For me, I always it's all about the experience. So cocktails is an experience because persons don't like to it, but let's be honest, alcohol on its own is not that appetizing, right? So
Quite.
yes, so that's why we come up with chasers and stuff. So cocktails is an experience. And then when I decided that I wanted to get into events, I told myself that I want to sort of get out of the dance hall because dance hall is something that you get everywhere,
Mhm.
right? Almost all events where the dance hall and stuff. So I I love Afrobeats. After bartending, it's Afrobeats, right? So then I came up with the idea of Jumanji. I was thinking of doing an Afrobeat event, and then the idea of Jumanji came about. And
Okay.
then so Jumanji is an Afrobeat event. And then after that, I figured I wanted to do another event. So I was like, okay, what other genre do persons like that they barely get when they go? I was like,
Mhm.
yeah, R&B. So that's where it came up, me, you, and R&B. So me, you, and R&B is an event where it's supposed to be like a couples event. So it's like me, you, and
I
of
like
course
the sound. I
R&B.
like the sound of that.
Right?
R&B.
So
We're talking my music.
yeah, so that's what it is. I grew up on those genre of R&B and hip hop and stuff. So, and then of course when Afrobeat came about, it
Nice,
just got
nice, nice. All right. So in your mind, what separates a bartender from a mixologist?
right. Okay, so a bartender, almost anybody can be a bartender. A bartender is someone who just tends the bar, basically. A mixologist, on the other hand, is someone who creates drinks.
Mm-hmm.
So you could give me like three ingredients, and I would come up with a cocktail for those three ingredients, right? What I like to say as well too, a bartender is someone who just serve. The
Service.
main purpose is just serving the bar. A mixologist, on the other hand, is someone who's be like they pay attention to details. So if you serve 100 drinks for the day, you raise 100 glasses and you make sure this 100 glasses, all of them are clean,
Mhm.
right? So it's like it's just a mixologist is just somebody that really just loves what they're doing. They're very creative with it, and they just pay attention to details.
All right.
Right.
Just saying good afternoon to folks who join us on the live. Convenient Finance, good afternoon, my darling. Colleen Charles, good afternoon. Mama Levi, yes, sir, good afternoon. And Alexis Leonti, good afternoon to you. Oh, there's my boy, our boy. Alvin
I
has
have a
arrived.
very
He says he's very proud of you. So
Karim
good
Charles.
afternoon to you.
Karim Charles, that's my
All right,
yeah.
all right, cool, cool, cool. All right. So let's continue. Why is training and certification important to you? Because others might see the whole mixologist thing or the light of okay, you serving drinks, you're just mixing drinks and not understand that there's even particular science to some of these
Right.
things. Why is the whole certification and training important to you?
All right. So certifying and training is very important to me because of my love for the craft. So I go out and I see a lot of persons bartend and mix drinks and do it the wrong way. So and you cannot really blame them because of the knowledge, right, and stuff. So it's important to me because I watch it as when I pass on my knowledge. If today or tomorrow I decide, okay, I'm not going to bartend anymore, I know I could still go to a bar and get a good drink,
Mm,
right? Plus, the 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 industry for bartenders is so big. Every day there's somebody looking for a bartender, right? Yes, so exactly. There's always an event, there's always a party. So that's one job that you cannot basically stay down, I would say. So there's always there. So I try my best. Even for me, sometimes I would get an event and persons ask me for like 15 plus bartenders, and I don't even have that. So I've just decided that to train persons so I know, okay, when I need that amount, it's accessible for me.
right. And also you're the product of training as well. So if you
Right.
don't pass it on, it's just stuck in one particular.
Exactly.
All right. In building your brand, what were the biggest challenges that you faced?
Biggest challenges for me was probably the distributors
Mm.
in terms of there's so many, like let's say for example, Amaretto. There's so many distributors and different brands for Amaretto.
The taste, so you need to try
Yes.
to get a
Right.
particular taste from the
Yes.
cocktail.
So
Yeah.
it was a lot of sampling, a lot of getting to know certain brands to figure out the one that I find is best for me. I would say that's one, and finding bartenders, which is why the training came about. So finding bartenders, finding like persons who actually love it was I would say that was probably my biggest challenge.
Now, you know, it's interesting you say that. If we look on a broader level, up to this moment, I heard someone making that statement about, oh, we have so many mangoes and this and why we not making juices out there. We talk about Pine Hill, we talk about Barbados.
Yeah.
And then on the point you made about getting right amaretto, people don't also understand the consistency. But if you have a brand, there must be a consistency.
Right.
So you can't say because even within one breed of mango, there may be so many different types
Right.
of sub breeds. So
Yes.
and the tastes are different.
Right.
So the consistency you speak about is very important.
It
So this
is.
one brand that
Yes.
you got.
Consistency when it comes to making cocktails or food and beverage, consistency is everything.
All right. I need to learn that.
Yeah.
I love cooking, but my food stays different.
Yes.
Different
Consistency.
size.
Because you could have a bar and you have a very good chef,
Mhm.
and that one time he was off. Somebody would come and like, no, the food they're not good. And they would probably never come back because in their mind the food there is always not good. So yeah, consistency is always there.
All right, my brother.
Yeah.
All right. What keeps you motivated and consistent?
Yeah. So what keeps me motivated? Well, I cannot miss out on my girlfriend. My girlfriend keeps me on toes all
Good
the time.
afternoon, girlfriend. Shout out.
Yeah.
Yes, I did give a shout out there.
Her name is Raquel Stenma.
Raquel said, "Wow, good. All of us who enjoy cocktails, we salute you. We thank you for keeping him
She
consistent."
keeps me motivated. Like sometimes I get a call for a gig and I'll be like, "Well, I keep that to go and she make sure that she's not you wait." So like she keeps me motivated and just keep bartending alive.
Right.
Just keep bartending alive.
You really do believe that it's a particular art that is very that's important.
Yes.
It is to
It really is.
interaction.
And there's the interesting thing about bartending is you can never stop learning it. There's always something new,
Something new.
there's always a new tool, there's always a new cocktail. So like you cannot get bored doing it.
Right. Yes,
Yeah.
I. What advice would you give to young entrepreneurs?
Set your goal and go for it. If you as long find something that you're naturally good at, then just go for it.
And speaking of naturally good at, I think we do need to give our sponsors a plug the Youth Economy Agency.
Yes.
And of course, I'm not sure if you've actually reached out to if you've been a beneficiary of that.
Yes, actually, the youth economy has been a very big part of my business.
Oh, tell us more about
Right.
it. Actually listening, but
Yeah. So one of my biggest achievements right now is from the youth economy.
Mm.
So a lot of persons don't know that, but I right now I own a mobile cocktail station.
yes,
Right. So it's a station that I can pull up and just pop up anywhere. And that was sponsored by the youth economy. So that
Nice.
I am super grateful
Nice.
for.
And in terms of that, how much has that been able to help you advance your business?
All right, let me tell you. That makes because I go from getting bookings to making cocktails on a table to now having my sink, my ice box, like everything. So
Well, we're going to get into your details towards the end of the show, so
Right.
ensure that those who are interested in contracting your services are able to contact you.
Right.
We're going to have one more question before we go into what I call the rapid fire round, where I ask you a question and you just answer the first thing that comes to your
Okay.
head. Yeah. All right. So the final question in this round is: what is the future vision for Dynamic Cocktails?
the future vision, I would say my brother right now is learning, and I think my brother sort of love bartending way more than me. So my future vision is probably one that I might not be able to experience, but I have to make sure that he does.
Much younger brother.
Yes.
Oh, so we
So-
might call them Messrs Dynamic.
Yeah. Yeah. So my future vision is to own my own bar only.
Nice. All right, and that's very attainable.
Yes.
That's
it
very
is.
attainable in the near future. So hopefully that bar will be one of the signature ones where you can only
Right.
get those cocktails there.
That's right.
So before we get into rapid fire round, tell us about what you call your signature cocktail, your favorite cocktail to make. What does it have? You have to give your details, full
Right.
details, but for those who might want to come and taste that, say, okay, that have blue curacao. Okay,
Right.
I'll taste it.
Right. My specialty cocktail, I would say, is the amaretto sour. Because as simple as it sounds, you'd be surprised the amount of persons that mess up that drink. So I've just found it and tea. It's my favorite cocktail to make. No, it's not my favorite cocktail to make, but it's the cocktail that I make the most because Lucians love an amaretto sour, right? My favorite cocktail would be a cocktail that I call the Spice Head, which contains of our local Chemans and Cheman spice. I like using a lot of local brands, so this cocktail contains of Chemans. It's a Chemans and Cheman spice base with bay leaf syrup.
No offense to the chairman's lovers in here. Although on that point, Amaretto Sour, that was my drink for summer 2007.
Right.
My entire summer.
Yeah,
No offense, but I don't care about chairman's and chairman's spice.
yeah.
Let me tell you what nice bounty
Bounty.
That's
Yes,
my rub.
yes.
Well, you have anyone with bounty?
Yes. Well, let me tell you, I use the Bounty special.
Yes,
Yeah,
I like you
yeah.
already.
Trust me,
I
I
like
see
you
Bounty special.
already, brother.
And probably Terry would be able to tell you that. Let me tell you, I see Bounty special.
All right.
I work with all of them, from
Well,
the regular to the spice.
No,
to
there's
the
only one
black.
bounty. Bounty gold.
Well, the Bounty
That's my
Gold.
argument. Maybe the duck can get a little pass.
Yes.
But bounty gold.
Bounty gold.
You don't
Yes.
have the bounty killer, don't worry.
Yeah.
Fine, yeah.
Yeah,
All
but
right. So, my brother, we're going to rapid fire round. Ready for the first question?
yes,
Sweet or strong?
sweet,
Why?
because that's what the person.
That'll be like most of the time.
That's what. Yes.
Bartender or entrepreneur?
Sound difficult. Bartender. I love that. I love it too.
You can be an entrepreneur bartender.
Well, yes, you can. But
That's a tricky question.
yeah, it sort of pushes you away from the bar basically.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, but the bartender.
All right. Creativity or precision?
Precision.
Precision.
Yeah. Because you could be creative, and if you're not precise, your creativity is down the bottom.
All right. Night events or private events or private night events?
Night event.
Night events. Night events.
Yes, night
Yeah.
event.
All right. You know what I like about private events? As someone who does karaoke, so when you do little private things, you always the networking opportunities are so
Yes, so much
so
It's
much
just
more. I've had so many people contact me because I was having
yes.
a wedding or even a funeral, then karaoke, and they come back to
Right.
me and they say, hey. All
Yeah,
right.
but with the private events is, I would say, is my favorite because of most times when I get a booking, a private booking, you find the persons that book the taste buds are a lot more different from what you do on a everyday.
Colleen is a big up you, my GM.
Yeah.
That's how
That's how we
Yes,
speak.
hi boy. Yeah. All right, it's good to see boy. She's in your corner.
Yeah, fully.
For you, a signature drink or classic cocktail?
Classic. I'm a sucker for the classics. I love
Simple.
yes.
Nice.
Classic, like classics international, like your old fashioned and your mojitos and stuff. So I love
I love a
classics.
good mojito.
Yeah, I love a classic.
Yeah, man. All right. Biggest motivation.
My biggest motivation, my family.
Yes, that's a good way to have it. All right. One word that defines you.
Dynamic.
Yes, I. All right. And your dream event to host.
My dream event to host. Whew, I want Tuffy.
Other man looks like you're creating your own
Yeah,
events anyway. So.
I want Tuffy. My dream event would probably be to bring on an artist. My tell you an artist, like an artist, probably a Chris Brown or that one. That's a big dream, man. Yeah.
And speaking of that, let's even just venture a little more into that. Describe an event that you have call a perfect event in incorporating what you do.
All right. The perfect event. Let's just say right off the bat, I build an event. I would call it cocktail garden. So it would be of just cocktails, food, colors, sexy outfits, like just dress out, and just good music of like Caribbean music, Afrobeats, no dancehall, strictly no dancehall.
Nice Caribbean
Yeah.
guys,
No dancehall. We hear too much dancehall, too much dancehall. And the dancehall nowadays kind of not the same.
You know what I'm
Yeah, as to before. So yeah.
All right. Legacy or lifestyle?
Legacy or lifestyle? Lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Lifestyle.
Okay. And finally, 5 years from now, where do you see yourself?
5 years from now, in Hawaii with my girlfriend, sipping on a pina colada. Sipping on a pina colada.
Okay, as you made or somebody else for you.
Somebody else made for me.
All right. So now I'm about to enter your details on our Facebook chat. But
Yeah.
I will also be calling out your info for our public. So let's start. Facebook,
Dynamic Cocktails 758.
Dynamic.
Cocktails 758.
Okay, Dynamic Cocktails. No underscores, right?
No.
Okay, so on Facebook is Dynamic Cocktails 758. That's DYNAMICCOCTAILS 758. That's our area code. And all right, so how about Instagram?
Instagram same.
IG, same thing.
Yeah.
No underscores, nothing.
Not at all. Same.
Dynamic
Cocktails.
Cocktails 758.
Mm.
Anything else? TikTok,
TikTok is Mr. Dynamic.
Mr. Dynamic.
Mr. Dynamic 75. Can't
Okay.
miss out 75.
So let me tell you something. So in case you haven't done it yet, so I just give you an idea for my royalties, right?
Yeah.
So you can do a mix of TikTok videos.
Yeah, that's what I do. On my TikTok.
Oh, is already?
Yes.
There goes my guy. Yeah. All right, so TikTok. Okay, it is Mr. Dynamic.
Right.
No underscore, nothing.
Nothing. Yes.
All right, so folks, let me and contact numbers.
Contact number 518
Hmm?
0718.
018. That's it.
Yeah, and 519
Uh-huh.
1216.
1216. Okay, so folks, if you are looking for those cocktails for your events or just to sample some of them or anything that you want to do, Mr. Dynamic is available. You can contact Dynamic Cocktails at Dynamic Cocktails 758 on Facebook. The same thing, Dynamic Cocktails 758 on Instagram. TikTok, Mr. Dynamic.
Right.
And the telephone numbers 518-0718. And those of you who are overseas, because you might even get an regional event for you to come and do your
Right.
cocktails. The area code is 758. So it's 518-0718 and 519-1216.
Mm.
Before we leave, is there anything that you would like to add? Any message out there for our listeners and viewers?
And listeners, just be positive and go for your dream.
Yeah,
Basically, that.
Yeah, follow your dream. So, folks, this has been Youth Unplugged, proudly sponsored by the Youth Economy Agency. That is the voice of millennials. That's our show on 101.1 FM, proudly sponsored again by our friends over at the A. And you've been doing a good job so far, Youth Economy Agency, because all our guests have in some way or the other been impacted by the wonderful work that you do for the young people of St. Lucia. So keep it up, and also let's step it up too. I'm sure there's lots more that can be done in assistance for our young people, but you are doing well so far. So folks, if you or anyone you know is interested in being featured on Youth Unplugged, you can email us at info@rcistlucia.com. That's info@rcistlucia.com. Or you can call 452-2636, 452-2636. So until then, folks, I'd like to thank all of you who tune in on our Facebook Live, on YouTube, and of course on the classic 101.1 FM original radio. Until then, stay inspired, stay dynamic, folks, and stay building. I'm Miguel Fabry, reminding you to take care of yourselves and each other. Bye-bye.
But imagine